Good morning, ladies. Good to see you. This morning we are going to begin with You Raised Me Up.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit right with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. But when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, this morning, we thank you for raising us up so we can be more than we ever thought we could be. This morning is another testimony of your love and your grace towards us. You woke us up once again on this Wednesday morning in our right minds. We don't take that for granted, Lord. And so we say thank you. We thank you this morning that we can invite you to apply a fresh coat of blood on the doorposts of our homes and our hearts as we come before you this morning. Whatever our needs are, we are coming before God, who's well able to take care of all of our needs. In fact, you have invited us to cast all our cares upon you because you care for us. So this morning it is with hearts of gratitude we come saying thank you for all your blessings on us. Thank you for allowing us to come together again on this platform. Thank you for protecting us against COVID and also the new variant that is out there and all the flus, coughs, bronchial problems, whatever the sicknesses have been, you have protected us. And this morning, we just want to register our gratitude. We want to remember one of our participants, two of our participants, in fact. We want to remember Sharon Taylor. She goes through her test today. We want to remember Marlon as she continues her treatment. And we also want to remember Faith as she continues her treatment. You're an awesome God. You're the great physician. There's nothing too hard for you. And so we pray once again that your healing balm would be applied to each of us to supply all of our needs. Thank you again for allowing us to come into your presence, for allowing us to assemble again this morning. Again, we say you are welcome in our midst. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good
Fine,
morning.
thanks.
I am doing fine, thank you.
Great to see you all this morning. Good to see you. Looking healthy and well. Good to see you. I'd like to welcome you. And you know, one of the things that I invite you to bring every time we meet is your what?
Smile.
So let's see if you bought it, because our quote today says, if you have only one smile in you, give it to the people you love. That's by Dr. Maya Angelou. I repeat, if you have only one smile in you, give it to the people you love. And I'm sure you have more than one. So will you share one of those with us this morning? Let's see, share one of your smiles with us this morning. Only asking for one. You must have more than that. Good, very good. Kyle, you want to get that picture of our one smile in case they take it away? Let me know when you're ready, please.
I'm ready.
Smile. All right.
Love and happiness. Love and happiness. But wait a minute, something.
Okay, you are welcome, and I hope you will continue to invite someone. Remember, don't come alone. Invite someone. Pray first, and then allow the Lord to lead you to whom to invite. But invite someone. Our mantra this morning says, I am who I am, not who you think I am, not who you want me to be. I am me. Again, I am who I am, not who you think I am, not who you want me to be. I am me, by Bridget Nicole. I thought that was beautiful. Be you. Don't try to be somebody else. Walk in your own shoes. Be you. Beautiful. Now, suppose you were going to be deserted on an island, on a deserted island. I want each of you to name me 2 things you would take with you. You're cast away on a deserted island. What 2 things, only 2 things you can take with you? I'm curious to know. Take a second. What 2 things you will take with you? You're a survivor on a deserted island. Who wants to be first? Go right ahead. Curious to hear these 2 things. Okay, Lorna said she's going to carry food and water. All right. What are you taking, Sharon Cash?
Food and water.
You're taking food and water too?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else?
My Bible, something to read. I don't know.
And what's the other thing?
A mattress.
That's funny. Okay. She's going to take a mattress. I never dreamt somebody would say that. Okay. Demi, that's funny. At the end, I think you're going to rethink that. Anybody else? What two things you'll take with you on a deserted island?
I'll take my Bible and something to drink.
Okay. Anybody else? Remember, this is not a one-day desertion now. Okay. Anybody else? What two things?
I will take some food and water.
You're taking food and water.
Yes,
Anyone else?
I would take water. It depends on how long. I would take some tin food.
Tin food.
And the openers for them.
And the can opener. That's three things.
No, but I take those that can just flop open.
Okay, the flip up top.
Yes.
Anybody else? What two things?
I would take water, and I think I would take a picture of my family. I think that would help me to keep going along with the faith in my heart.
All right. Miss Curtis, what you taking?
I would take water and my grandchildren.
I carry the grandchildren on the deserted island.
Oh my goodness, you're looking for trouble.
How would she feed them?
You're looking for trouble.
How would she feed them?
All right, she's going down with them. I thought about it and I said, I'll take me a knife and I will take some flint, some type of flint where I could get some fire. Now, what do you have to say about the choices some of you made if it's an extended time?
Well, I think you need water just in case you can't get a water supply. I would say take some water.
Okay, you take some water. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and hopefully that lasts. So you're still going with your mattress, Demi? Not gonna sleep on the beach on the sand.
Well, I don't like sand. That's why I would probably not the mattress or probably a sheet. I don't like that sand on me. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that was interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, have you been using your vocabulary word? Anyone been using your vocabulary word? Yes, no?
Some of them.
You've been using them? Okay, we have a new word today. You want to write it down? And it's nicer. Say it for me. Nisus. Again.
Nisus.
Nisus. And it's a noun. It means to show some effort or striving toward a particular goal or attainment, or it could mean impulse. My nisus is to skip my Monday morning workout, but I always feel better when I do it. It's putting out effort, striving toward a particular goal, and that's nisus, nisus. And our particular goal that we have been striving towards, our nisus, is what?
Lose some weight.
LTE.
Exercise. Okay. The LTE, what's that?
Let's talk exercise.
And how often should we be doing this?
7 days a week.
Every day.
Every day. Ivy, you look like you're under punishment. every day for a minimum of
30 minutes.
30 minutes, for a minimum of 30 minutes. And after you see our health video today, if you haven't started, now you will fill in the blank. If after today, when you see this health video and you haven't started, fill in the blank. Blank on you. That's I'm God. You fill in the blank. Blank on you if after this you haven't started. But before I show you that video that really kept me going, let's see what you have to report. Anybody did your 7 days of exercise? Shout your name out.
Naomi.
Naomi. Okay, let's get. Oh, just a minute, Naomi. Let's get Naomi going. Let's get Naomi on the track moving. And there goes Naomi. Yay, Naomi.
Andrea.
Oh, just a minute. Let's take this. Take Blanche since she's under Naomi. Yay, Blanche. Okay. Janelyn said she's there. Janelyn wants to move along on the track. Now, anybody else? Shout your name out.
Margaret.
Margaret is not going to be left behind. Let's go. Woohoo! Anybody else? Andrea?
Yes, ma'am.
Woo! Okay. Andrea not got blank on her after seeing this help. Okay. Andrea is on the track. Anybody else?
No, I didn't do every day. Do I still get to move if I did like 3 days?
No, we have to do 7 days to move.
Oh, okay. To move, you have to get 7 days.
The rest of us are putting out some nicer, so we can't. Okay. We are working hard. Anyone else before we move from the track? All right. Now, the rest of you, after we see this health video, I bet you're going to get on this track.
And they need a nicer.
If I used to gamble, I bet you will get on this track beginning to.
Hear Blanche?
Yes.
Those who have not gotten on the track, they need a nicest.
A nicest? I'm giving it to them right now with this health tip. When they see this, they're going to hold their head and pull out what hair they have left and start walking, running. And anything on you. On YouTube is your friend now, ladies. YouTube is your friend. If you don't like outdoors, don't like sun and heat, indoors, anything you want on YouTube, sitting down exercise, standing up exercise, senior exercise, fast exercise, low exercise, slow, it's all
no
there.
Excuse, no excuse.
It's there, it's there. All right, this may pain your heart, so don't duck and hide, because this was something to behold.
At least 3 laps. I was born in September 28, 1920. Never thought I would bypass my grandfather. 96, I said, that's a long time. And here I am, 99. Try to stay active, keep the body active.
He's dedicated to here when it's cold, when it's hot, when it's raining, when most of us don't want to get up and come work out.
I asked them one time if could they open up at 7, but they said no, the government won't let them do it.
And every now and then we'll have somebody that's new that has met him, and they'll come up, did you know that man's 99 and he's killing it in the fitness room.
I can be at home, and if I haven't exercised, I say I'm going to put it off until tomorrow. That little voice will come and say, you get out of here and go exercise. I don't know where the voice is coming from, but that's what I hear something, but it's not vocal, but I can hear it. And I just get up and go exercise. I got rid of arthritis in my back like this. About 3 months of exercise. It went away and I didn't even know it. Go to the big machine over here. So I do 10 of these. My service, I went to Germany, went in after big invasion there in France. And as soon as the war ended there, we thought we were coming home. No, they sent us over to Japan. We went there to fight, but we didn't have to fight. The atomic bomb dropped while we were on the way, and that ended the war. It's about 5 minutes to do 1 lap. they got to get started. They got to move, get off of that seat. I used to do the 10 pound, then I went to the 12. And I just have a belief that there's a higher being than man, you know. And so I think if I keep that belief, I think I'll do all right. That's it. Yeah.
Now you see what I said? How old is that gentleman? And
99.
he's still alive
91.
today. World War II vet, 99 years old. Look at that man.
He just turned 100 on September 28th.
Just turned 100. No. If the Lord let us make that, we need to make sure we are healthy going into that. When I saw that, I said I had to share that. My goodness. So the day I was sent that, Kyle sent that to me, was the day I needed some nicers. And when I saw that, I was energized. I said, you better get going. Wow. Lord, I say she's embarrassed. Then you'll begin today to get your 30 minutes in. Don't let that 99-year-old, that's something. That's really something. Yeah, that's food for thought. Really food for thought. Inspiration. Okay, let's do a quiz now and let's see how much you know about the foods we are eating. Okay, let's review. Number 1, any food made from wheat, rice, oats, cornmeal, barley, or another cereal grain is in the grains group. And all of you said that is true, and you are all correct. That is true. Because you know, any grain product that has a lot of fats in it or added sugars like donuts and cakes, you need to eat less of that. Let's look at question number 2. Folate from foods such as spinach and black-eyed peas, and folic acid from fortified foods such as enriched grains, and from supplements are especially important for which of the following groups? Most of you said all of the above. 22% of you said women of childbearing age. And the answer to that is women of childbearing age. Folate is important for pregnant women because it reduces several serious birth defects. So they need that, folate. Question number 3. What is the most common food from the grain group eaten in the United States? And that is what?
Bread.
Bread. That's bread. That's bread. Number 4. What is the best way to know that the bread you are buying is a whole grain bread? Now, I suggest you take notes on this for your own self, because some of this, I tell you, this confused me until I read this. This is interesting. The best way to know that the bread you are buying is a whole grain bread when the answer is any ingredient includes the word whole. That's your answer. Any ingredient includes the word whole. So you need to know that, because I'm guilty of that. You go in the store and you go in the bread aisle, and I used to see multi-grain. I say, oh, best bread, or whole stone ground bread, or 100% wheat, or cracked wheat, or I used to go for 7 grain and 13 grain bread. This is the best wholesome bread. Usually, study says, usually that is not so. You need to see the word whole in the ingredients. I used to too look at the color. I say the darker the bread, the healthier it is. Don't look at the color. Don't look at the texture. Look for the word whole. It must say whole. Must say whole when you're reading your ingredient. And some examples of whole grains would be brown rice, oatmeal, popcorn, and we're not talking about the popcorn that you put for 3 minutes in the microwave. We're talking about the one you pop yourself. Quinoa, rolled oats, whole grain, barley, whole grain, whole oats, whole rye, and wild rice. I also looked up black rice because I like black rice. I just had some of that this morning. I had some left over from this weekend. I love black rice and black beans. And said black rice is also included in that whole grain and that it has a lot of protein. So you may need to make note of that when you buy your bread. Make sure it's reading the label. The ingredient is saying whole, whole, whole. Don't go with the 100% wheat. It must say whole. Number 5, refined grains are grains that have been milled, a process that removes the bran and germ, but it also removes dietary fiber, iron, and many B vitamins. Which of these foods is a refined grain where we have the bran and the germ being removed in the process? What would that have been?
White rice.
White rice. White rice. White rice. So you want to stay away from that as far as possible, please. Because remember, we're on a health journey. Brown rice is an acquired taste, but the more you use it, the more you cook it, it's like any other food, you would develop a taste for it. So don't say, I don't like it. You don't like medicine, but you take it to make yourself healthy. So develop a taste for your brown rice and leave the white rice and your white breads alone. Okay, number 6 says, the grains group could also be called a carbohydrate group because all foods that contain carbohydrates are in the grains group. Is that true or false?
False.
That's false. That is false. Though carbohydrates, they are present. Carbohydrates are present in all foods in the grains group. But carbohydrates are also present in fruits, vegetables, protein, dairy foods, because we see them present as dietary fibers or sugars or starches. So that answer to that is false. Number 7, many people do not eat the recommended amount of whole grains. To eat more whole grain foods, you should just add more of them to what you already eat. Is that true or false? Just add more. Is that true or false?
False.
That is false. That is false. Instead of adding more, make substitutions like we just learned. Instead of buying white bread, buy what? I'm waiting. Instead of buying white bread, what are we going to now purchase?
Whole wheat.
Whole wheat. You have to say whole, not 100%. Whole wheat bread. Instead of buying white rice, what are you now going to purchase?
Brown.
Brown rice. So you do a substitution. You don't add more, you substitute. Number 8, about how much of the grains you eat should be whole grains? Most of you said all of them. About how much of the grains you eat should be whole grains. The answer to that is 1/2.
1/2.
1/2 amount of grains you eat, whole grains, 1/2. And it says whole grains provide fiber. And we know fiber, when we eat a lot of food with fiber, this reduces blood vessels of cholesterol. You know, every time you go to the doctor, that's what they're taking, one of the first tests, your cholesterol. So fiber is going to reduce that. And when we reduce the level of cholesterol, that's going to reduce the level of heart diseases. So we need that fiber in our intake in our foods. Number 9, which of these grain products is available in both refined and whole grain varieties?
All of them.
All of them. All of them. You could find them in refined forms and whole grain pasta. You could find whole wheat pasta as well as just the regular. You could find with your bread, your cornbread, as well as your crackers. So it's all of them. Hope now that just learning a little bit more, we will change the way we purchase foods and what we eat so that we can live a healthier lifestyle. And now we're going to segue and see what Kyle has to offer for us this morning.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle Spence, and I'll be bringing your tech tip for today. I hope everyone is doing well. We haven't had too many tech tips for the new year as of yet. This one is actually going to be pretty simple. It's talking about YouTube. So we, as you've probably seen in the WhatsApp messages from my mom, there has been a transition from my particular YouTube account to the Let's Talk account. So there's now an official Let's Talk account on YouTube. It's an official channel so that all of the different content that we discuss, it is automatically transferred over there. So I'm going to actually show you how to subscribe to a YouTube channel, how to get notified for a YouTube channel, and also show you just a little bit more things that this channel offers. And the reason why I'm showing you this, of course, is not only it would give you an ability to be able to share the content that you've experienced on the show with your friends and family alike, but also if you're interested in setting up your own YouTube channel, if you're interested in setting up your own content, I can also show you how to walk through that and some of the highlights from it. So as I share my screen, really quickly, this is the new YouTube channel. Again, this is, it's really, really new. This is not something that has been in existence since the beginning of time. If you've all looked at the several links prior to me or prior to this week or last week, you would have seen my name at the top and my profile picture as well. But this channel here is the Let's Talk with Lance channel. So the way that this works is pretty simple. All of the videos are now uploaded to the channel, and this is the tab for videos. Every single thing that we have done, dating back to, I believe, episode 3, which is in fact down here, all of that content is now in one spot. That way you don't have to go back to your WhatsApp messages and click on a link, go back, click on another link until you find the one you're interested in. You can simply subscribe to this channel and you'll be able to see all of the content here. What I also did was provide a playlist. Now the playlist is pretty interesting because now it breaks out all of those individual videos into categories. When the Women of Let's Talk sang, now there's a playlist for that. You can look at all 9 of those if you wanted to. If you're just only interested in going back to a particular project, I created a playlist that shows all the different projects. If you're interested in looking at a full episode, you can go to the Let's Talk episodes playlist, and that will show you all of the different episodes in their full entirety. If you were to click on the playlist tab, as I show you at the top here, let me zoom in just a little bit. If you click the playlist, these will come up. These first, or rather the latter 3. And if you were to click view full playlist, then of course you can see all the different types of projects that are in here. So you can see all of the different ones that you've looked at. And I think that's actually a pretty good thing, especially when you are either want to find out what you've done before, if you want to show your friends and family what you've done before, that's a way to do it. And like I said, if you want to show all of the different songs that were sung, you can just click on the playlist and it shows all the different songs that were sung by the group. The way to subscribe is pretty simple. Subscribe. So when you click on the Let's Talk with Blanche link that is probably being sent to you in your not email, but your WhatsApp messages, this is the way that you can subscribe. If you click on the channel, there'll be a big red button in the top right corner that says you can subscribe. And this is how you subscribe. You simply click it. That's it. Voila, you subscribe. Not only if you wanted to subscribe, which means that now instead of going into your search bar here and look for Let's Talk, you are now able to look through your subscriptions on your left-hand side. On your left-hand side, it will show you that you subscribe to this account. This is on your laptop. The same format is pretty similar on your phone as well. Now, this little bell in the corner here, this little bell is here for a particular reason. If you click it, you are now allowed to get all of the notifications. And what that means is if I click on all, and that bell is now turning gray, that means that all of the content that is uploaded to this channel, you will get an alert on your phone or on your laptop. And it will say, hey, Let's Talk has uploaded a new video. Let's Talk has gone live, whatever the case may be. If you click that bell, you will always know when content has been uploaded to this channel. And that will allow for you to not have to look for a WhatsApp message from my mom. It will already alert you to say, there's new content available. If you want to review a previous episode, if you want to look at the song, look at the project, look at anything, it will alert you on your phone or your laptop. So just simply click the bell and select all, and voila. Right now, I'll keep that also selected. And like I mentioned before, if you wanted to subscribe, that is how you would do so. And another way to look at it is if you were in an actual video. Let's say I went into an actual video. At the bottom here, you can also have hit the subscribe button right there. You can just hit subscribe. You can also hit the bell there as well. But this is just a very, very simple way of sharing with your friends, your loved one, your family members alike. This is also a way for the group to continue to have their content shared with more people. So that is why I am showing you exactly how to do so. Remember, a crowd always brings a crowd. So this is a way to do that. I think that was all I really wanted to show for today. I would encourage you to try it out. The way that you can find it, if you don't have a link in your WhatsApp, is simply type in the search bar on YouTube, Let's Talk with Blanche, and it'll come up because you will see the logo. And remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications as well. So as a recap, really quickly, if you want your own, let me know. I'll be glad, very, very happy to help you with that. If you would like to have your own channel, everyone actually probably has a YouTube account. If you want to show your crafts and skills, you can just reach out to me and I'll be happy to help. In the case of what we're doing here, this would be a great way to continue to send out content to your family and loved ones. And it's also a simple way of helping out the show as well. Just click the subscribe, like the video, comment on it, share the video. Because remember, a crowd will always bring a crowd. But Thank you all again for your attention and your participation. And now we will segue into the next part of the show.
Okay. Thank you, Kyle, for bringing us an update that we now have our own YouTube channel. Yes, that's progress. Okay. While he was talking, I want to give a shout out because I don't have Facebook, but I want to give a shout out. I know what's happening because I hear from Kyle or Kavi anything important that I need to know. So I want to give a shout out to Christine, because Kyle told me that, Christine, every episode you have been putting out to your friends on Facebook, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Christine. She has been reaching out and inviting, and you have to take time. God has to wake on people to come if it suits them. But that is something she has been doing, just sending it out to all her friends whom she have on Facebook. So thank you, Christine, for putting Let's Talk out there. And now last we got a project to make a cushion. At first I said an old sweater, but many of you in such heat, warm climates, you don't have old sweaters, only new ones with the tags still on it. So I said, make it out of anything. So let's see what your cushions look like. Good morning, Let's Talk, ladies. Here is my completed cushion made from my husband's old sweater. So warm and comfy. My completed cushion.
Ladies, this is my cushion that I have made. This cushion I made out of my sweater. I was so enjoy making it. As you see, it have two nice pockets. Also the color is so bright and nice. I enjoy making it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies. Our project this week was to make a pillow. I made my pillow with a netted, look like a sweater. And it's burgundy, and this is my pillow that I made. I love my pillow. Isn't it nice? Thank you. Bye.
Ladies, this is Let's Talk Season 2. And my project for today is to make a cushion. Here it is. And I'm hoping that this will be an encouragement to all of us to get our projects out in time. It's a privilege to be able to do this. Let's Talk Season 2
is my bandana cushion that I made for Let's Talk. And this cushion was made from bandanas. I used 2 bandanas. And also, it was stuffed with cotton. This cushion is so soft.
Good day, ladies. This cushion is made from a cream knitted top, blouse, and it is lined with another green blouse to give this beauty. The lining and the knitted top, they are glued together, and then they are stitched. This is the bottom. That's it. What you see here from a design on the front of the cushion is just the rings from the top of the tree. So the drapery came in handy for that too. So that's the cushion made from 2 tops. A knitted top and another green top. My cushion.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Spence. Good afternoon, ladies. This is the cushion that I made from a sweater. I hand stitched it and then I stuffed it. This is my handmade cushion.
Hello, everyone. This is my old sweater project for this week. I made it out of a sweater I no longer wear. I had so much fun doing this project.
Good afternoon. Our assignment for this week was to make a pillow from an old sweater that we may have. Well, I didn't have an old sweater, so I took my crochet hook and my yarn. I found some lovely yarn, and I crocheted a sweater or form. And this is the pillow, my lovely pillow that I made. And it's nice and soft and snuggly, and I love it. For the first time, not bad. Not bad for the first time. I think it came out pretty good. It has a few little imperfections, but we'll fix those next time. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Let's Talk. This is Debbie. So we had a project this week to make a cushion out of a sweater, but I didn't have a sweater. So I used a bandana to make my pillow. And here is the finished product. My heart zebra pillow. Bye.
Well done, ladies. Very innovative, creative. I'm telling you, some of you people start getting your stalls ready to sell. That's an additional thing that you could sell. Okay, Smiling Andrew, ready to make some money? Make some for Valentine's. Guarantee you'll get some. Make some heart ones for Valentine's.
I love the crochet one though.
Yeah, the crochet.
She
That
get me with that crochet one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think of it, but that I say it might take too long. But
Well, you
that's
had,
nice one.
you had 2 weeks. You had 2 weeks.
I had to work.
Yes. Okay, think of some heart ones. Make some money for Valentine. People love to buy stuff around that time. The rest of you, make some for Valentine. Get some money. Okay, let's go to unpacking now, Psalm 111. As we continue unpacking Psalms 111, we are going to look at verses 5 through 7. Verses 5 through 7. Psalm 111, let's look at verses 5 through 7. Okay, it begins with which pronoun? You have to unmute so you can participate as long as you don't have any background noises, please. Unmute so you can participate. It begins with he. Who is the he in reference to?
The Lord.
The Lord is in reference to the Lord. What has the Lord done? He has what?
Given meat unto
He
them.
has given.
Given.
That word given means what for you?
Provide.
Provided. Oh, yes, he has provided. What else? Anybody else? He has
Supplied.
given. I didn't hear you, Naomi.
Supplied.
He has supplied. He has given. He has provided. He has supplied his what? What he has supplied?
Food.
Food. He has supplied food. Anybody didn't have food for the past week, day, year? No? So has he supplied your food?
Yes.
Yes. Food doesn't only mean rice and bread and grits and peas. Is that all it's talking about here?
No.
So what is the food also in reference to?
You may have other needs, and he supplied that.
Oh, so all our necessary provisions, whatever your necessary provisions are, all your needs, he has supplied. Hasn't he done that for you?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure he has done that for you. So he has given food, all that we need, he has supplied. And to whom has he supplied it to? Those who what? Fear him. Is it talking about being afraid of God?
No.
So what is it talking about?
Giving honor and respect.
Giving honor, respect, reverencing him, worshiping him, acknowledging him as the true God. And he says, if you acknowledge me as the true God, you worship me, you reverence me, that is your promise. He will give you food. That's a promise. And God does not renege on his promise. He will give you food. But he's asking of your requirement. Fear me, worship me, believe in me, trust me. So he, again, in reference to the Lord, God will ever, what that word ever means?
Always.
Always. That's beautiful when I think of ever. Always. That means there's never going to be a time God is not going to be mindful. Now that we could even stop here for the day. Just to think that there is never going to be a time when we are not on God's mind. That's something to think about. No matter what the circumstances are, he says, that's what he says, he will ever, always, forever be mindful. And in fact, when this psalm was written, it was referencing the children of Israel and the covenant that God had made with Abraham and with his seed. And we are Abraham's seed. So this promise, this covenant is for us, with us as well. And the promise he made way back when to Abraham and for his seed, us, he promised that he was going to be our God. And he still is. He has kept his promise. He promised that he is going to provide all that we need, all the necessities of life. Now, many times we have not thought he provided all the necessities because we were looking for big things. We have all been guilty of that. Lord, you didn't give me that 5-bedroom house, so you didn't supply my need. It's just a 1-bedroom. Lord, you didn't give me that job I really wanted where I could really put on my 6-inch stilettos and, you know, my pantsuit and go to work. I didn't bargain for sweeping the hotel floor. And we forget that the necessities have been met because we are on God's mind. He has kept his covenant. The covenant was, I'm going to be your God. I'm going to supply all your needs. I'm never going to leave you. I'm always going to be there. I'm going to be faithful to my promise. And God has been faithful to his promise. The question is, have we been faithful to him? Because it's reciprocal. It's not a one-way stream. So God says, I am going to always be mindful of my covenant that I have made with you. Always be mindful. So he, talking about God again, has declared. What does declared mean?
Just stated.
Stated. He has shown us. He has declared to whom?
Make it known.
Who has he declared to?
His people.
His people. Who are his people? Go back to what we just said. Who are his people? Those who what? Those who fear him. The same people, those who fear him. We are his people, those who fear him, respect him, love him, worship him as the true God. So he has declared. When you use the word declared, you are saying with authority, you are authorizing. This is it. So he has declared to his people. What has he declared?
The power of his works.
The power of his works. Now, I woke this morning and the first thing was on my thought as I woke so early thinking, I said, the power of his works. Have we seen God at work? Yes, the children of Israel saw the power of God at work. They saw the power of God in giving them the heritage of the nations. They saw the power of God as he told them to march around Jericho. And all they had to do was blow the trumpet the 7th time and the walls came crumbling down. They saw the power of God as they stood at the Red Sea and Pharaoh's army behind and the Red Sea in front. They saw the power of God. They saw the power of God as only a few of them going into battle against military might, and how the Lord made them to hear the rumblings and the noises and pull down hail on their heads and fought the enemy for them. And I say, yes, the Israelites saw the power of God, and I wondered, have we seen the power of God and we have passed it by lightly? And say we didn't see the power of God giving us the heritage of the nation. And I thought about my own life, that of my family, in seeing the power of God. I know if you haven't, I have seen the power of God at work. And I'm going to share one way I still see the power of God at work. You see that tithe, that 1/10 that the Lord requires of us. And he said, don't be a thief, don't take it from me. From I made up my mind years ago to follow that command, the Lord said, return his tithe, whether you have little, whether it's big, whether it's small, don't play with that tithing. I have seen the power of God take that 8.5% or whatever, after I take out my tithe and offering, take little and make much. I have seen miracles happen with a little bit of money after I return my tithing to God first. Yes, I have seen the power of God. Yes, I have seen it. That's why I don't play. When you see I get any money, the first thing, before I look at what my utility bills are, or what phone bills are, or what bills I owe for this and that, I have to return to God his 10th. And I have seen the power of God and his word. He made a promise that he will open the windows of heaven. I'm a testimony. I have gotten the windows of heaven open and pour all over me and my family because of returning that 1/10 to the Lord. And not grudgingly, but give it as I know I should. So talking about the power of God, I'm a testimony this morning that the power of his works, he give us the heritage. He will bless what is left because he has made a covenant with us and he doesn't lie. He keeps to his covenant. He keeps true to what he says. Yes, just like the Israelites experience it, we experience it today in our own lives. Over and over and over and over again. He keeps blessing us when we are faithful to him, those who fear him. So yes, the power of his works and giving them the heritage of the nation. The works of his hands are verity. What does that mean? What's verity? The works of his hands are verity. What does that mean? What does verity mean?
Truth.
True. True. The works of his hands are true. God acts his own truth out. He doesn't say something and it's not so. His word and his deed sing together. He doesn't say something, you can't match it up against his word. His word and his deeds and his synchronization. His act, he acts out his own truth. What he does, whatever promise he has made, you see it in action. The works of his hands are verity. They are true. All his commandments are true. He doesn't change. One day you're allowed to do this, and the next day do it. No, that's not how God works. He acts out his own truth. His laws, his commands are constant. They are unchanging. They are steadfast. They're established upon a foundation, a solid rock. And joining the two phrases, parts of the sentences together, the verity, the works of his hands are verity and what?
Judgment.
Justice. Judgment. And justice. So what does that mean? What's justice? What's justice?
He is fair to all.
Fair. He's a fair God. Fair God. Fair to the wealthy, fair to the poor, fair to the educated, fair to the illiterate. He's fair to the black, fair to the whites. He's a fair God. So you don't have to worry. It's not like sometimes on our job and you say, boy, those people are unfair. What I should have gotten, I don't get. That's not God. He's a just God. You're going to get what you deserve. So you don't have to worry. He's going to take care of you. He's going to treat you fairly. He's going to treat you fairly. So all his commandments are steadfast. He operates in truth. He operates in uprightness. That's who God is. We are at an advantage. Those of us who trust him, we have an advantage to love him, to serve him, to be truthful, to obey him. So we have a lot of reasons to praise him this morning because we serve a God who's fair, who's just, who has a lot of power, and we could trust his words as he continues to bless us. So may the Lord help us to be faithful in return because he's been faithful to us. Amen. And now your project for next week, your project, please note, is due on Monday, on or before 6 o'clock on Monday. Your project, this should be a good one, all of us, very usable. Make a reusable, I mean, you could use it again and again and again, a reusable hot and or cold warmer. Something that's reusable, or what you could call it, make an ice pack, and then it could change from an ice pack to a warmer, a heating pad. It serves dual purposes. So you're going to make it reusable, hot, cold. You could put it in the freezer, it becomes an ice pack for your pain, for your information. And you have a pain, you want to change it to a heating pad, you put it in the microwave, and you heat it for 3 minutes and becomes a heating pad. Make one of those. Reusable ice pack or warmer, or reusable hot, cold warmer. That's our assignment, our project for next week. And now I ask you to mute your mics and sing along because God has been so good to us. My hope is built on nothing less.
My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand, all other ground is
So we are going to look at our mantra again. I am who I am, not who you think I am, not who you want me to be, because I am me. I'm going to go through it again. I am who I am, not who you think I am, not who you want me to be. What's the last line?
I am me.
I am me. Go out and be you. Don't try to be somebody else.
Come over here so you can say it with
so may God bless you as you go into the new week and continue to praise him, continue to praise his name, and continue to live for him. And remember all the power he has that he will give to you. Please stay safe. There's another variant out there alongside the COVID-19. And we have been advised over here to even start double masking. Please do not play with the variant. I don't want to hear any bad news, please. Take care of yourselves. And also I learned this morning one reason why the flu has been less reports of the flu, because we're doing all the right things. We've been washing our hands like we should have been doing all along. We've been social distancing, so that has kept the flu count down. And we have been, so remember, you don't have to go out, stay home. You have to go out, exercise protocols. Please, please, I beg of you, stay safe, wear your mask, and do all the necessary protocols. God bless you, and I'll see you next week. Remember to subscribe, like, give a comment, and of course, share. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye, everyone.